1949, January 17, Avro Tudor G-AGRE star Ariel lost with 7 crew and 13 passengers, en route from Kindley Field, Bermuda, to Kingston Airport, Jamaica. Star Ariel, registration G-AGRE, was an Avro Tudor Mark IV-B passenger aircraft owned and operated by British South American Airways, BSAA, which disappeared without a trace over the Atlantic Ocean while on a flight between Bermuda and Kingston, Jamaica, on 17 January 1949. The loss of the aircraft along with that of BSAA, Avro Tudor Star Tiger in January 1948 remain unsolved to this day, with the resulting speculation helping to develop the Bermuda Triangle legend. Both planes were operating at the very limits of their range and the slightest error or fault in the equipment could keep them from reaching the small island. British South American Airways, BSAA, was an airline created by former World War II pilots in an effort to provide service on the previously untapped South American trade and passenger routes. Originally named British Latin American, Blair, it was split off from the British Overseas Airways Corporation to operate its South Atlantic routes. It commenced transatlantic services in March 1946, with a BSAA, Avro Lancastrian making the first operational flight from London's Heathrow Airport. The airline operated mostly Avro aircraft, Yorks, Lancastrians and Tudors, and flew to Bermuda, the West Indies and the western coast of South America. The Star Ariel was one of 3 enlarged and improved versions of the Avro Tudor, designated Mark IVs. On 17 January 1949 the Star Ariel was awaiting flight instructions at Kindley Field, Bermuda, with no passengers. BSAA, Tudor G-AHNK Star Lion meanwhile suffered an engine failure on approach to Bermuda, landing without incident. Star Ariel was promptly pressed into service to take G-AHNK's passengers on to their destination of Kingston, Jamaica. Star Ariel took off at 08:41 with 7 crew and 13 passengers. Weather conditions were excellent, and her pilot, Captain John Clutter McPhee, formerly RNZAF, decided on a high-altitude flight to take advantage of it. About an hour into the flight McPhee contacted Kingston by radio. I departed from Kindley Field at 8:41 a.m. hours. My ETA, at Kingston 2:10 p.m. hours. I am flying in good visibility at 18,000 feet. I flew over 150 miles south of Kindley Field at 9:32 hours. My ETA, at 30 degrees north is 9:37 hours. Will you accept control? And then at 09:42, I was over 30 degrees north at 9:37. I am changing frequency to MRX. No more messages were received from Star Ariel and Kingston finally reported her overdue. The search for the Star Ariel began with another Tudor 4, G-AHNJ Star Panther. She had earlier landed at Nassau, and now refueled and took off at 15:25 to fly out to Star Ariel's route, bisect it, and follow it back to Bermuda. Another aircraft took off from Bermuda, flew 500 miles, 800 kilometers, then did a 10-mile, 16-kilometer, lattice search all the way back. A U.S. Navy task force headed by the battleship USS Missouri and including the aircraft carriers USS Skier and USS Leyte assisted in the search, which expanded to dozens of ships and several planes over the next few days. By 19 January the search had been broadened to an area of 55,000 square miles, 140,000 square kilometers, southwest of Bermuda. USAF Major Keith Chloe, who had been put in charge, said that the search would be continued until 22 January and extended if any reports of debris were received. The search was finally abandoned on 23 January, with aircraft from Kindley Field having flown over 1 million miles, 1,600,000 kilometers. No sign of debris, oil slicks or wreckage had been found.